Welcome to the sports segment of the HGP Nightly News. I'm Sean Embra. We begin with cricket news for you. Guyana will no longer host the 2016 edition of the CPL T20 finals as was previously broadcast in the public domain. Confirmation of this was made by the Director of Sports following the Minister of Education's announcement on Wednesday. We have that story for you. The debate has finally ended on the prospect of Guyana hosting the 2016 CPL T20 semis and final. The earlier indications by government that it was willing to host fell through as a result of Trinidad and Tobago outbidding Guyana for the prestige event.
Words uttered by the Minister of Education, Dr. Rupert Ryan, would have given an indication that Trinidad would have outbid Guyana, and as such, the CPL will not be coming to Guyana.
Christopher Jones, Director of Sports. Trinidad and Tobago had previously hosted twice, the first and second edition, and St. Kitts and Nevis hosted the third edition. We tell you now that Alicia Fortune and Christian Jeffrey win most prestigious accolades at the 2016 National Sports Commission Awards on Wednesday night last at the National Cultural Center. Here is Calvin Chapman with the details.
And this is a big surprise for me. It's something I dreamed of since I was a child. Most importantly, just for this award, I'd like to thank my parents who made this possible. Without the support of them, I wouldn't even get into racing. Racing is one of the sports that you risk your life every time you go out on track, so you really got to be on your game all the time, and I'm glad racing got the recognition as it should, you know.
Jeffrey, who won his second consecutive Caribbean Motor Racing Group 4 championship title in Guyana last November. He now shifts his focus to competition right after winning the Sportsman of the Year award.
Tomorrow I'm heading to the Festival of Speed in Barbados, in which Lewis Hamilton is going to be there. We have Calvin Ming there as well. So Guyana will be represented by myself and Calvin Ming. And I hope to put Guyana on the map once again.
Alicia Fortune, after receiving her award, habitually expressed gratitude to everyone that supports her.
And I want to take the opportunity to thank all those who would have made it possible, all my sponsors, all my coaches, my parents, my apostle who is here supporting me, Pastor Jason Yorick, the entire Glory Light team, my children, my daughter Andrea Foster, Adrian Foster, and Andre Foster for their support. My dad, who see the talent in me from a very little girl and was my first coach, my mom, my brother, my sibling, my entire village that I came out from Better for Acting, they're supporting me in some way or the other.
Fortune had some encouraging words for young female athletes.
Do not give up on your dreams, pursue it in spite of what obstacle come. And your main focus, just have God in your life, accept Jesus, let him be the center of your focus. That is what able to keep me.
Meanwhile, National and Caribbean squash champion Larissa Wilshire, who received the Sports Team of the Year award on behalf of the junior female squash team, shared these remarks.
We as a team, we train hard, not necessarily to win awards like this, but to win regionally, because our Caribbean tournaments are very important to us. And being 11-time champions, junior-wise, we work really hard to be able to maintain that standard every year.
Still from the Cultural Center, 16 awards were presented to athletes and sports personalities for outstanding performances in the year 2015. Calvin.
Luana Fernandez, proprietress of Woodpecker Products, won the Female Sport Personality of the Year award. National men's hockey coach received the accolade on her behalf. Godfrey Monroe, president of the Guyana Table Tennis Association, won Male Sport Personality of the Year. DeAndre David, who won 2 bronze medals in the 200 and 400 meters at the Special Olympics in Los Angeles last year, copped the Female Athlete of the Year with Disability for 2016. 26-year-old Calvin Thomas from the Police Sports Club, who also had a good showing at the Los Angeles event, winning gold in the 5,000 meter, received the Male Athlete of the Year with a Disability honor. Avinash Ramzan, Sports Journalist of the Year, non-print. Franklin Wilson, Sports Journalist of the Year, print media. The Guyana Sports Shooting Federation, Most Improved Association of the Year. The Guyana Cricket Board, after successful feats winning the Under-15, Under-19 and Regional Professional Senior League, all for 2 consecutive seasons, while producing 2 players that featured for the West Indies female squad that won the T20 World Cup, along with 3 key players in the West Indies Under-19 squad, won the Sports Association for the Year award. Melody Daly, Female Sports Official of the Year. Anand Sanasi, Honorary Secretary of the Guyana Cricket Board, won Male Sports Official of the Year. Esong Crandon, who guided Guyana Jaguars to its 2nd consecutive regional title, and National Men's Hockey Coach Robert Finance, was pipped by the hard-working Lyndon Johnson, National Coach of the Guyana Table Tennis Association, for Coach of the Year award. Sports Team of the Year went to the National Junior Female Squash Squad, who stretched their streak at the Caribbean Arena to 11 consecutive overall victories. National Table Tennis Champion Chelsea Edgell won Female Junior Player of the Year. Narayan Ramdani, Junior Male Player of the Year.
Finally, in our sports class, National Sports Commission awardees, crowned jewels of Guyana, should be emulated and treated with the dignity they rightly deserve. Here is that story.
Guyana's Golden Jubilee. This 57th edition of the National Sports Awards ceremony is to do just that. Having started in 1955 with sportsmen Derek Pang and Clem Fields, these awards seek to recognize the outstanding achievements of sportsmen and sportswomen across the length and breadth of our nation.
Crown jewels, dedication, commitment, hard work, successful, great examples were some of the phrases used to describe the outstanding performances of athletes and sports personalities by Minister with responsibility for sports, Nicolette Henry.
Tonight, as we announce the names of the winners of the 2015 Guyana Sports Award, the persons to be named this evening represent the crown of Guyana jewel in sport and recreation. They represent hard work, dedication, and commitment to success and excellence. We are here to unveil role models who must be followed and emulated by our young people. These young men and women we are celebrating this evening are a beacon of hope to the majority of young Guyanese.
Given the potential of sports, a commitment by government to develop the industry and its outcome must not be measured by the budgetary allocations only.
It is because of the potential of sport that this government is totally committed to the promotion and development of sport and recreation amongst all of our people. That commitment draws its strength from our knowledge that sport and recreation are indispensable ingredients in our drive to build a new nation and a good life for all Guyanese. Sport is undoubtedly an essential measure in our efforts to raise the quality of life for all Guyanese, especially those emerging from marginalized communities. I am aware of the disappointment that has been expressed concerning the budget allocated to sport. Government's commitment, however, are not only to be measured simply in terms of what goes to the sport department from the state coffers. What matters also is our success hand in hand with all the sectors of society in mobilizing the nation's limited resources to the best effect.
The objective is to make sports accessible to all across Guyana, and young athletes must be the active catalyst for change in the area of sports development.
No longer must our athletes who have won these awards be treated with disrespect. The time has come for our sportsmen and sportswomen of the year to be recognized at national events. It is time that our sports personality are afforded the right to national facilities. It is time that the provision of house lots to our exceptional athletes be expedited.
It is time that our national athletes are afforded special treatment at healthcare facilities across the country. It is time that the provision of scholarships at the University of Guyana to our outstanding athletes be something of a reality.
And that concludes our sportscast. Please stay tuned for a look at the weather forecast.